Okay, hi everyone. This is Danny Rensch coming to you from Chess.com. What I'd like to do today is start out with a series of rook endings that I think would be extremely useful for just about all levels. I've taught this series of positions to students anywhere from 1200 to 2000, and depending on whether or not they've been shown these positions before or seen the ideas would tell us exactly how much they know about it. So I guess the recommended level then would be somewhere between 1200 and 2000, and here we go. Okay, so this beginning position here, this is called the Lucena position, or the bridge position. Lucena was a famous endgame constructor and position constructor back in the day, and so a lot of these rook endings are named after him. But anyway, so what I'd like to do here is start out with this position, because once you learn this winning method, the idea of exactly how are we going to queen this pawn when our king is stuck in front of it. Once you learn this method, it can be repeated for every single pawn you see, anywhere from the knight pawn to the other knight pawn. Now the rook pawns tend to have their own set of rules. Just like in king and pawn endings and a lot of other endgames, the rook pawns tend to be exceptions. And we will have a video coming to you about the corner pawns and when those are winning and when they're not. But for today, we're going to start out with this Lucena position, the bridge position. We're going to talk about exactly what method is needed in order to queen that pawn easily without any trouble. And then we're going to move on to some more difficult positions, moving backwards to forwards. And again, I know I'm talking here before the moves, but I want to touch on that real quick for all you interested players out there. I think a very important point is that when you study endgames, to try to study it with that backwards to forwards method. And what I mean by that is that a lot of times young players have the illusion that grandmasters can calculate 50 moves ahead or 70 moves ahead or something, and on occasion there are some great calculators, and I think on occasion sometimes you have to do something like that and really try to calculate. But most of the time, their ability to solve a position that's in front of them at a high level is based on how well they know the next position. They have so much experience, and they've seen these ideas so many times. They've seen ideas that work in one position work in another position. So once you really learn an idea and memorize an idea, you can apply that to a million different positions a lot of the times. And that's why when you're studying endgames, I think if you start with some basic position and then move to the next most advanced, and then move to the next most advanced, and so on and so forth, all of a sudden you find yourself looking at a position with a number of pieces on the board. What would have seemed very complicated to you maybe a month before that, but now you look at this position with a very clear idea of not only how you're going to win it, but exactly what the steps are going to be, because you've solved it in this backwards to forwards method. So coming back to what I'm saying here is that this Lucena position is a very important position for that.
We hope you enjoyed this video demo from Chess.com. Subscribe today to finish this video and get unlimited access to our full video library. Your membership also includes access to Chess Mentor, the most advanced interactive training tool available anywhere. You'll also get full access to the Opening Explorer, Tactics Trainer, and much, much more. So sign up today and get serious about improving your game.